let's go upstairs. I think Caleb is out on the balcony. Chat him up. Save just in case we have to.
New face, huh?
Persuade, lie, intimidate.
You from off-world?
It's possible.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Why don't you grab a chair? Sit a spell and revel with us.
I'd rather if you went back to
That
work.
smell, he's been reveling enough for you both already.
I'm sure he has been.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
I want to discuss you going back to work.
I never meant to call for anyone's head on a pike. Velma's not my favorite person, but she ain't been cruel to us. Devil it all. Now you got me feeling sorry for her. Fine. I guess we'll go back to work to save Velma's job. We'll find a better time to negotiate our wages.
Good job.
Tell Velma not to worry. We'll look out for her.
Well, that was simple.
How you doing, Sam?
Easy enough. Sam, you okay? Now that we're here, I'm gonna just head back around
What
the
are the
back side
chances
of the
of
bar.
all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth.
I thought there was an alley behind the bar. Here we go. Alley behind the bar.
I thought you were close.
Is everybody here with us? Elijah.
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley.
It's my alley now.
Berta already pissed by those crates to market.
You want to have a fall down over there, maybe?
Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
I'm making it my business.
Oh yeah? What are you saying exactly?
I'm saying that I might just murder you in this alleyway.
Wow. Most of the pencil pushers around here cave as soon as you look at them funny. Fine, we're going. This ain't worth it.
Nice hit! Everyone all right?
Uh-oh. Okay. Didn't want that to happen. Alright, alright, alright. I really did want to murder them, but it's fine. Yeah, get out of town. Alright, alright, alright. What is
You won't find a
this?
more highly effective nor highly efficient automechanical fine-tuned to neutralize noxious contaminants on Halcyon's market. SAM units are reliably certified at killing filth dead.
We gotta be put in this universe to do more and kill.
Well,
Gotta.
I don't know if that's true or not, Bravati, but we can give it a shot.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for rat musk.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others.
Okay, apparently we're not going to lose that. And we're not doing that. Review guidelines for annual self-review. Select font for annual. Select format annual. Schedule time to write. It's right. Wow. Okay. Celia. Oh, hey, you know what we have? We have someone's baseball poster. Where was his, where's he at? Isn't he right back here? Grim,
Have you had time to check on that poster yet?
I have.
Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker, too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
How nice of him. Alright, now we'll go back in here. Chat everybody up. That is such a great logo.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
I told you,
Often posed
purple.
These
It
very
looks good.
questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
I told you we should have brought Nyoka with us so she could see it, so she would realize that I wasn't screwing around about the purple. Anyways, it's very generous of you.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
Just looking for the information, broker.
What a charming notion. One doesn't meet many free spirits in Halcyon. Not outside Tartarus prison, anyway. Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Only, I take it this means you aren't here for Saltuna.
No. We won't say that.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional, erotic, and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
You talk like Graham.
Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes a rather pretty slogan.
Who's Graham?
But if you sit down and tally up the costs, how you provide for yourself in the absence of aid, how you protect yourself from a hostile galaxy, it starts to lose its shine.
I protect myself right here with Bessie. She's big and she's full of plasma.
Indeed. Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
Does he?
On our terms, mind you.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed and safe?
That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended. Not long, but the devil is always in the details. And the salient detail here is a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordinance. An ordinance, of course. We do things in a civilized fashion here, not like Graham's iconoclasts.
There's nothing the board likes so much as paperwork.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you just crawled out from under a rock. Forms and procedures are everything in Halcyon. And this one is located in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons. Saying what which way? That's just what it's called. It's supposed to stand for something, but I forget what. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. What can I do for you? But that's terrible. What happened? I'm glad to hear you've dealt with them. They've been causing quite a bit of trouble around town. I've been consumed with other matters of late, but I would have dealt with them eventually. Of course I would have. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services. I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
It was fantastic.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you? Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. I'm listening. Celia is taking notes. Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
What is the hazard clause?
It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
But wait, what happens to the folks stuck on the wrong side of dangerous?
I'm afraid the welfare of a few hundred people is too minor a figure into the board's risk assessments. Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way. I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws. Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2, but back then it was known as Terra 1. Really? I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward names. After all, the whole point of terraforming was to make them Earth-like.
Here, though, the results were mixed.
And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
I see.
That's also what I thought. Oh, we were young and bold then. Not unlike yourself. We saw the chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up. It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
I hope you'd treat them nice, whether it was good business or not, Mr. Sanjar. That's what being a community means. Treating people right, because it's the right thing to do.
A noble thought, Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms. That's what I thought. But the senior executives laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else. Many of us chose to stay behind. And as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages. I don't think I realized how far they'd stoop. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently. Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon. To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation. I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Leverage?
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes, it'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52.
Okay.
My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
I'm sure that'll go over like a fart in church. Yes.
He and his followers call themselves the Iconoclasts. Lawless anarchists, all of them. If anyone on Monarch deserves the reputation the board's pinned on us, it's them.
Really?
It isn't just that they drain our people and resources. Every radical act they commit cements Halcyon's image of us all as destructive rebels and pushes us further from the rest of the colony. He's lucky the board doesn't take him seriously enough to keep more than a few UDL gunships patrolling Monarch.
An Earth Directorate assault cruiser would change his tune. It's almost a shame we haven't seen one around Monarch in a long while.
What can I do for you?
I think we're good.
What you thinking about, Sam?
That's Sam's imitation of crickets. Alright, now the question is, nah, we didn't. Let's go get the north waypoint as well. So there's two entrances to the town. One to the north, one to the south, and there should be a, yeah, they're right over here.
Initiate experimental mode, girl talk.
Failed to initiate sequence. Please define girl.
Still some kinks to work out.
And it puts us on the other side of the map, so I want to get both of them so that we can kind of dip back and forth between the two sides. Alright, so now if you look, we've got this waypoint and this waypoint. We've got our ship and that. And what to do. Let's get crazy and go to the really, really dangerous part of this place. And we'll drop a bunch of stuff off the ship while we're at it.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board?
It's entirely
Who keeps
possible.
ordering
Hey,
these?
why are the lights not in my quarters? Who got the lights? I wanted the Christmas lights. Oh, Sam got the Christmas. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Sam having the Christmas lights. It's fine. I would share them with him. Alright, we're going to transfer a bunch of crap over here. Yes. We'll transfer that. That. Yeah, we'll get rid of that too. Let's transfer 25 of these. And that. There we go. Junk. Transfer that stuff. Alright, that's good. So, if you didn't buy a nav key to Stellar Bay, the other way to get to Stellar Bay is to go to the Cascadia landing
We're in
pad.
orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
And this is where some serious fun can be had. I wonder what... Let's take a look at Nyoka. I screwed up last time and didn't get to grab her because, well, I don't know. I think there's a bug in the game where if you kind of don't follow the story along the way you're supposed to, you wind up not being able to pick her up as a companion. Why sneak and medical? She has, well, I like that she's got sneak. Yeah. And what does Felix have? Persuade, sneak, and lockpick. Wow. That's pretty cool. Persuade, sneak, and lockpick. The only thing we miss is the engineering with Pravati. What skills does he have? Persuade. Base health. To corporate military. Anyways. We'll take Parvati and Sam just because. Alright, so there are some pretty nasty things right off the, right down here. There are some named Raptidons, apparently. Yeah.
Using volume now.
You know what? Before we engage these guys, I think we're going to do a hard save.
Using
Alright.
volume now.
Now that we saved, let's make some noise. Shall we? Ow. Whew. Okay. Good times. Bravati. What are y'all doing down here?
Evaluation is sterling.
Wait, is there anything? No, there's not. All right. Wow. Good thing we had a lot of ammo. Jesus. And it's a good thing we upgraded these weapons. Yeah, so the Raptidons don't really respond well to corrosive damage, since they do corrosive damage themselves. Speaking of corrosive damage, here we go. There's that, and we clipped one right here. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Oh, anybody? We're not getting through there. There's a so let me show you the map here. So this world is one of the biggest worlds there is in the game for you to explore, and in my opinion, I wish every world that they had put in the game was like this. There's so much to see, so much to do. It's really interesting, and I really appreciated this area just in general, just for all the stuff that's here, and just to look around. It's kind of like just like a big Fallout world would be, where there's just all kinds of buildings to explore and small side quests to do, and just good stuff in general. So it's unfortunate that there weren't more worlds like this, but I'm hoping, praying, and I think most everyone else is, that DLC is on its way at some point, and there will be much more exploring to do, and we'll get a little more of what Monarch is, because this is it's just awesome. The environments are great, the combat's great. Just more exploring would be best thing about Fallout is exploring, and that's definitely something that is missing a little bit from this game. Did you just splash damage me, damn it? Oh, something is not happy. Oh, I think it's over here. Oh yeah, it's like Raptidon Mommy over here or something. Oh yeah. Manta Queen.
And maintenance job fulfilled.
Yeah, Manta Queens are no joke. Faux show. Alright, yeah, so that's what was unhappy out here with the other red mark over its head. Marauder Thug, Raptidon Stalker. Ooh, look at all the bottles of Purple Berry Punch. Doesn't get much better than that. After a long fight, it's nothing like kicking back with a nice bottle of Purple Berry Punch.
Fight dirty.
So
Clean up the
apparently
competition.
that is what was making the red mark in here, not the Raptidon mother on the outside. Apologies. Nice vending machine there. Don't really need it for anything. Although, well, now that I say that, wouldn't be a bad idea if we sold our junk. And if we sold this Raptidon meat, which is definitely not light. Try to avoid wasting too much money selling off stuff that we could just as soon go and stash in the ship. But there's just going to be some stuff that we have to concede on and sell anyways. Let's hit the workbench. We have got to have used this to some degree. 83%. Yeah, let's go ahead and repair this. Yeah, alright.